Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney is trying to foster a new global trading order by working more closely with China and inking smaller trade deals, but faces constraints from Canada's still overwhelming economic dependency on the United States. Last week, Carney took his trade diversification push further than his allies in Europe by signing a deal with China, and aims to project Canada as a potential leader in a new global trading order after US President Donald Trump's tariffs upended long-standing relationships. Russia says it currently has no specific contacts with the United States regarding the imminent expiry of the New START nuclear arms control treaty. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said the last remaining nuclear arms pact between Moscow and Washington is set to expire on February 5th. The treaty limits the number of deployed nuclear warheads held by the world's two largest nuclear powers. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he will travel to Davos only if security guarantees with the United States and a post-war prosperity plan are ready to be signed. The Ukrainian president stayed in Kyiv after overnight Russian airstrikes knocked out heating to about half of the capital's apartment buildings, as Ukraine faces freezing temperatures and continued attacks on its energy system. Seeking US intervention, Zelensky said Washington can do more to curb Moscow. Israeli forces have ordered dozens of Palestinian families in southern Gaza to leave their homes, marking the first forced evacuation since the October ceasefire. Residents of Bani Suhaila, east of Khan Younis, said leaflets were dropped, instructing families in tent encampments in the Al-Raqib neighborhood to evacuate. Hamas and local residents said the military is expanding the area under its control. Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen has said that sovereignty, borders and democracy are not up for negotiation, as US President Donald Trump doubled down on his push to control Greenland. Frederiksen warned the worst may still lie ahead after Trump said there was no going back on his goal, refusing to rule out force. The dispute over Greenland is straining NATO unity and reviving fears of a renewed trade war with Europe. French President Emmanuel Macron has warned that the world is moving away from rules and international law, saying global affairs are increasingly driven by power rather than principle. Speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Macron said international law is being trampled and imperial ambitions are resurfacing, marking what he described as a dangerous shift toward the law of the strongest. US President Donald Trump has shared messages from French President Emmanuel Macron, in which Macron questioned Washington's approach to Greenland and proposed broader diplomatic engagement. In the messages posted by Trump, Macron said he did not understand the US stance on Greenland and suggested hosting a G7 meeting. He also proposed inviting leaders from Ukraine, Denmark, Syria and Russia on the sidelines of the summit, and invited Trump to attend a dinner in Paris. On the other hand, Trump has said he will impose a 200% tariff on French wines and champagnes, a move he claimed would push French President Emmanuel Macron to join Trump's Board of Peace initiative aimed at resolving global conflicts. When asked by a reporter about Macron saying he will not join the board, Trump said nobody wants him because he will be out of office very soon. He said he will put a 200% tariff on French wines and champagnes to make him join. France intends to decline the invitation to join the initiative at this stage. Trump is also expected to meet global business leaders in Davos tomorrow, as the US president's presence looms large over the annual gathering of the global elite in Switzerland. Business leaders, including CEOs in financial services, crypto and consulting, have been invited to a reception after Trump's address to the World Economic Forum's annual meeting. Britain is considering a range of measures to better protect children online, including an Australian-style ban on social media for those below a certain age, and tougher guidance for use of mobile phones in schools. The government said it would examine evidence from around the world on a wide range of suggested proposals, including looking at whether a social media ban for children would be effective, and, if one was introduced, how best to make it work. Ministers will visit Australia to learn from their approach. And Italian fashion designer and one of the most influential figures in Italian couture, Valentino Garavani, has died at the age of 93. Known simply as Valentino, he built one of the world's most influential haute couture houses and introduced the iconic Valentino Red. He dressed generations of global stars and was widely seen as one of the last great designers of the pre-commercial fashion era. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.